With Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness now out and having been spoiled by the trailers and TV spots, we have our first MCU movie to actually feature alternate realities. But what does this mean for Avengers: Secret Wars? In today's video, I'm going to be answering the question, will we see alternate realities collide in Avengers: Secret Wars? Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you are subscribed because it really helps me out so much. And with that being said, let's begin. Now, if you have seen Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, you would know that there was a post-credit scene featuring the Illuminati. In this scene, we see Doctor Strange go through multiple alternate realities to find the Scarlet Witch. He is eventually successful in doing so, and he arrives at the Dark Dimension where he meets up with the Scarlet Witch. The Scarlet Witch joins Doctor Strange in his fight against Thanos in Avengers: Endgame, but she leaves after learning her children are dead. It seems as though she has gone to the Dark Dimension to mourn the loss of her children. However, things take a turn for the worst when Doctor Strange mentions that she killed 14 million people in the previous timeline. She then turns on him and banishes him to another dimension while taking his Eye of Agamotto. This post-credit scene teases the return of the Scarlet Witch in future MCU projects, which is confirmed by Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige. However, the Illuminati teased in the post-credit scene may have even bigger implications for Avengers: Secret Wars. When we meet the Scarlet Witch in the MCU, she doesn't know of alternate realities and how to travel between them. It's only after reading the Darkhold, an ancient book of spells, that she learns of their existence. Later in the film, Doctor Strange reveals that the Scarlet Witch traveled to the Dark Dimension in order to grieve the loss of her children. He also reveals that she could have destroyed the universe by creating a Nexus event and destroying the multiverse. So just how did the Scarlet Witch manage to travel to different dimensions without causing such a large event? Well, this is where the Illuminati comes into play. It is very likely that the Illuminati helped her to safely travel to these alternate dimensions. This would make sense because one of the main purposes of the Illuminati is to protect the Earth and its people from any threats that may come from other dimensions. But who are the Illuminati exactly? The Illuminati were introduced in Marvel Comics in 2005's New Avengers Volume 3, number 316. They are a secret organization of brilliant minds who come together to protect the Earth from threats that are too great for any single superhero to handle. Members of the Illuminati include Iron Man, Professor X, Namor, Doctor Doom, and Black Bolt. Now, although it is not yet confirmed which members will be part of the MCU Illuminati, it is rumored that the following actors will be cast in the Illuminati: John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic, Taron Egerton as Human Torch, Millie Bobby Brown as Sue Storm, Patrick Stewart as Professor X, and Mads Mikkelsen as Hannibal Lecter, Dr. Doom. If all of these rumors are true, then the Illuminati in the MCU will be very similar to their comic book counterpart. So if the Illuminati can help the Scarlet Witch safely traverse the multiverse, then it is definitely possible that they can help the Avengers do the same thing. In fact, it is highly likely that the Avengers will need the help of the Illuminati if they want to stand any chance against the Beyonder. In the comics, the Beyonder is an extremely powerful being from a different dimension who came to Earth to study its inhabitants. He eventually decided to use the Avengers and other superheroes to settle a bet he had made with his friends. The Beyonder used his powers to rewrite reality, completely erasing the Earth and its inhabitants from existence. The only beings who were aware of the destruction of the Earth were the Beyonder and the heroes who had been transported to Battleworld, a pocket dimension created by the Beyonder. Once there, the heroes teamed up to take on the Beyonder and his army of duplicates. In the end, the combined efforts of the Avengers and other heroes were able to defeat the Beholder and restore the Earth to its former glory. If the MCU decides to follow the comics closely, then it is likely that the events of Avengers: Secret Wars will mirror those of the Secret Wars storyline. If this happens, then we may see the Earth and all of its inhabitants be erased from existence by the Beyonder. It is also possible that we may see the Illuminati play a major role in defeating the Beyonder, as they did in the comics. In the comics, the Illuminati was formed specifically to deal with threats that were too great for any single hero to handle. The Beyonder was such a threat, and so the Illuminati played a major role in defeating him. The Illuminati's knowledge of the multiverse would have been key in coming up with a plan to defeat the Beyonder. Additionally, the Illuminati's connections to other dimensions would have been helpful in gathering allies to help fight the Beyonder. It is possible that the Illuminati may have even foreseen the destruction of the Earth and set a plan in motion to prevent it. This would explain why they were willing to risk so much in helping the Scarlet Witch travel to alternate dimensions. They may have known that the destruction of the Earth was inevitable and were trying to find a way to stop it. Now, if the Scarlet Witch and the Illuminati were working together to try to stop the destruction of the Earth, then it is possible that they may have been searching for a way to use the multiverse to their advantage. In the comics, the Scarlet Witch's powers are directly related to the multiverse. She is, in fact, the daughter of the fallen angel Azazel and the mutant Magneto. Her powers are at their strongest when the multiverse is unstable, and she is at her weakest when it is stable. The Scarlet Witch's power levels could potentially be used to defeat the Beyonder. If the Scarlet Witch was able to somehow tap into the full potential of her powers, then it is possible that she could be powerful enough to defeat the Beyonder on her own. The Illuminati may have been trying to help the Scarlet Witch reach her full potential in order to use her as a weapon against the Beyonder. In the comics, the Scarlet Witch is responsible for creating the Nexus event that leads to the destruction of the multiverse. This event is caused by the Scarlet Witch's erratic behavior and her unstable connection to the multiverse. The Illuminati may have been trying to prevent this event from happening by keeping the Scarlet Witch in check and making sure that she didn't cause any damage. In the MCU, the Scarlet Witch has already shown that she is capable of causing massive destruction. In Captain America: Civil War, she accidentally caused the destruction of an entire town during a battle with the Avengers. This event was what led to the passing of the Sokovia Accords, which regulated the activities of superheroes. The Scarlet Witch's powers are still growing, and it is likely that she will become even more powerful in the future. This is why it is important for the Illuminati to keep an eye on her and make sure that she doesn't cause any harm. In conclusion, I believe that we will indeed see alternate realities collide in Avengers: Secret Wars. I think the Illuminati will play a major role in this, and their connections to other dimensions will be key in defeating the Beyonder. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe. It really helps me out so much. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.